Hello and welcome to this tutorial on registering your preschool or kindergarten student into Skyward, our online registration and student management system. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is log in. So using the information that's provided to you, enter your login ID and password and click Sign In. Once you're into the system, a brief overview of what you're looking at. On the left-hand side are a list of links that will be there on every single page that you visit. The links contain exactly what the titles say that they contain, so when you click on Gradebook, you would expect to see Gradebook information. Food Services is just what it sounds like. It's anything related to the cafeteria. In the center of the page is a list of messages. Messages can come from several different places. It can come from Skyward, which would contain information about product updates and times that the system may be down to do those updates. Messages can come from the principals, and messages can also come from your child's teacher. So this is a good area to keep an eye on anytime you log into Skyward. On the right hand side is a list of upcoming events. These events can also be found in the calendar link. These just give you a nice preview of those upcoming events. In the center, you'll notice that we are missing an email address as one of the messages. Email is very important in Skyward because a lot of information is provided to you via email, and you'll see those here in just a little bit. So we want to make sure that we have email addresses in the system. If you don't want to put an email address in, you can certainly check that box, but we really recommend you put an email into our system here. You can do this one of two ways. I can either click the account link here, or I can go up here to the top and click Account. Once I click the My Account link, you'll see that I have several bits of information that I can put in. Email address would be one, phone number, and you can put up to 3 phone numbers, but whatever you put as the first phone number will be the primary one that we'll use. You have some options here, and if any of those apply, feel free to check those. We need a street address. That information is here. And then down at the bottom are some very helpful links that you might want to go ahead and select. The first is receive daily attendance notifications by email. If you would like those, you can click that box. The next is receiving grading emails, followed by receiving progress report emails for your students. And those can be had daily, weekly, or monthly. And then lastly is you can receive emails when your food service balance is under 0. From a parental standpoint, these are very, very handy. So if you want a weekly progress report, typically this comes out on Saturday morning. You click the weekly and make sure that that box is checked, and you'll get a weekly report of your child's grades. The other thing I want to point out in this section here is that if you would like to change your password, you can do it here. Just click on Change Password, put this information in here, and click the Save button. I'm just going to close the window for now. And those everything in your account settings. Be sure to click Save if you made any changes, and then go ahead and go to the next section that you want to visit. I'm going to go back to the home screen, which is what we were just on, and point one more thing out. This student is your child's name. In this case, it's Test. If you had more than one child, you would have a drop-down arrow where you could choose which child you want to view the information for. In this case, there's just one. So the only thing we need to do right now is we need to register for a pre-kindergarten and kindergarten. So we'll click the PKK registration. When we do that, you'll see that I have a student here. The student's name again is Test. If I had more than one student, more than one would be listed, and I could choose which one I wanted to start working with first. In this case, there's only the one, so we'll choose Test. Once this window opens, you'll see any messages that are from the school right here. And you see that we have one. Please complete the following steps to register your student. Those steps are contained in this box over here to the right. Now each one of these is its own hyperlink, and you can visit each one of these separately and in any order that you wish. However, all of them have to be visited, and we really recommend that you just start at the very beginning. So we're going to choose A, Student Information, and click that. Your child should be in here, but if they're not, you'll go ahead and add your information for your child. If the child's information is already present, you'll want to go ahead and make sure that information is accurate and make any changes if those are needed. Down here at the bottom is publication of student's name for, and you can choose yes or no to any of these. And the last thing you want to do once all the information pieces are entered is go ahead and click this Complete Step 1A and move to Step 1B. Notice that over in this side it added a green check mark. That means that we're done with that particular section and gives us a date and time that we completed that information. In this one, we do the same thing. We just add any information that needs to be entered, and if there is information entered, we want to make sure it's accurate and make changes if necessary. Once we're happy with that, complete Step 1B and move to Step 1C. Again, this is family information, and we added a green check mark to the section B. So we'll fill this information as necessary and complete it. Next is emergency information. This side of the data fields are all pretty self-explanatory. However, critical alert information may not be quite so much. This is anything that you feel like the school needs to know about in case there's an emergency with your child. For example, if your child is a diabetic and takes medicine for diabetic or diabetes rather, and if the sugar becomes low, what do you want done? Anything that you feel is necessary and the school needs to know about in an emergency. If you want to add anything, excuse me, you check the box, and this is a free text box, and you can add whatever you want. Once you're done, click Complete Step 1D and move to Step 1E. This is emergency contact information. This could be anyone that you want contacted if they being the school can't get a hold of you for any reason. And again, you can add up to 3 phone numbers, and you can add extra emergency contacts if you choose. So put name and phone number in, and if you want to add a second one, go ahead and click Add Emergency Contact. Once you have those entered, again, complete the step. Health information, again, is exactly what it sounds like. You fill in those sections for health information. Once you're done, complete Step 1F and move to Step 2. You'll come to this section here, which is Complete PKK Registration. You'll notice that we have a green notification here, and that means that all of the parts are correct. Before we click this Submit Registration button, though, let's say we wanted to make a change. And let's say we didn't add a phone number that we needed to add under student information. So we go back to student information, and we need to add a phone number. Well, we can't add anything in here. If that happens, notice that instead of completed, now it says Edit Step 1A. So we need to click Edit Step 1A. Now we can add a phone number in here. And again, once we're happy, we just click Complete Step 1A and Step 1B. That information applies to all of these sections. Anytime you want to make a change prior to hitting the complete, just edit the step and then you can make your changes. Return when you're done to the Complete PK and K registration. And once you're done, you simply hit the PK and K registration submit button and we're done. And with that, that's all the information that we need to get your pre-kindergarten and kindergarten student registered for the 2015-2016 school year. We thank you for taking the time to watch. And again, as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact the school and we're happy to help you. Thanks and have a great day.